My name is Norm McDonald. I'm the incident commander with the Alaska team here on the McCash Fire in the Klamath National Forest and Six Rivers National Forest. Beginning of this assignment, the U.S. Forest Service UAS program approached our team with an opportunity to test and evaluate a new system to modernize air safety and air safety between UAS, helicopters, and fixed wing within the fire area. So we were really excited to be part of that. The group that developed this program is a combination of NASA and then the Wildland Fire UAS program leads. So this is something that the drone program or UAS program, something the Alaska team has been part of since the beginning. It's something we use daily in our work. So we were really excited to have an opportunity to be part of this, testing this program out.
What we're seeing is the demand for UAS has grown substantially over the past 3 or 4 or 5 years, and then the capabilities and the performance of the aircraft that we're looking at has also grown exponentially from when we started. And so in order to safely integrate those tools at the incidents that are requesting them, we've started to realize that there are areas where we could be doing better in terms of coordination, deconfliction. So giving our UAS operators kind of a better idea of other aerial assets that are on the fire and where they're at in relation to their area of operations. I'm out here because I started, my first soccer team was called the Prescott Hotshots. That's where I started my career. That's where I spent all my career. And I just, throughout my time on the hotshot crew, you did start to see those areas where it would be nice to have this tool. And then once that tool started to become a player in fire, it was something that I definitely wanted to see. And again, after 3 knee surgeries and a blown shoulder, it was time to maybe start using technology instead of the old way we do things. So we're out here with NASA. We entered into a partnership to test some situational enhancement tools for our UAS operators in the field.
We do quite a bit of focusing on the interaction between human operators and complex systems that they are part of. So this division is in a really nice spot to be able to explore those human system interaction issues in space domains, as well as air traffic management domains, as well as like earth science domains, all those types of places where you've got a complex systems and humans are a part of it. Then we really are the experts in thinking about how those things need to mesh together so that they are better by their partnership.
That's like on our
and again, if you look at the system as a whole, we kind of developed it as, well, NASA developed it.
So we're here today on the McCash Fire here in the Klamath National Forest, and we have a piece of hardware software prototype. We're calling it the UAS Pilot Kit, or UASP Kit for short. That UASP Kit is meant to provide a pilot of a UAS vehicle enhanced awareness of their immediate surroundings. And so we're here on behalf of a project called STEREO, which stands for Scalable Traffic Management for Emergency Response Operations. And STEREO has really latched onto wildland firefighting as one of these use cases where UAS operations, there's probably more demand for those operations than can be safely kind of accommodated or integrated into the larger airspace. So we're here this week trying version 1 of that UASP Kit prototype on the McCash Fire.
And the idea that if we wanted to go get that, we certainly could, but it's 2 hours.
This forest is a great representation of kind of what you would come across. So the Klamath National Forest is known for being steep and deep and not a lot of roads. And so it's great to get the prototype out in an area that is probably one of the most challenging forests or parts of the country to fight wildland fire. So especially in this area, you're dealing with tall timber, steep canyons, and kind of those rugged logging roads. So it's very representative of kind of those difficult areas that we fight fire in. So this is a great place to kind of get it out there and just make sure that we're not missing something that is common when you're out on a fire.
a lot of this demand for UAS as a tool, and the interest is there to really sort of make more use of it. But it's just it's such a capable platform. It's such a capable tool where now it can go further away from where the remote pilot is actually standing, and so they actually they're being asked to potentially do more with that vehicle, or there is sort of more interest in that vehicle doing more, but at the same time it makes it harder for that remote operator to actually maintain awareness and potentially be responsible for the safety of that vehicle by themselves, right? So today it's just their eyeballs, it's maybe the eyeballs of their partner, and then it's what they hear over the radio, what they sort of understood in terms of what was coordinated over the radio. All of those things are there, but that only will get you so far. And so if you kind of combine what's there with this potential interest and demand and this growing capability of the vehicle itself, there really is this idea where the capability of the vehicle and sort of the potential mission sets for the vehicle have actually outpaced the surrounding kind of safety aspects that you would need to sort of do all those things in an integrated fashion. It's one thing to think about having a vehicle, and that vehicle is the only vehicle in the sky, and you can just go and do your thing, and everyone's going to be happy about, oh, it's great that we had that amazing tool and we actually got good use of it. But many times in a fire, you're one part of just a larger aerial operation where you've got piloted assets as well, and the integration between the uncrewed vehicle as well as those piloted vehicles is a really important thing right now, just in the community, right? I mean, they're different sort of players in this space, and they really don't quite know each other the way they maybe should, and so these types of things, just from a technology perspective, can really help kind of do a lot of this, just building little by little some trust within the community of aviators, and then things can kind of just progress a little bit more cautiously.
All right, just kind of get it to where you can see it all right, right? Start dropping. Right, not much at all. Not much at all. Just go nice and slow through here. Look up. Yeah. Roll left a little bit. Just at the bottom. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So UAS, again, our demand for UAS has grown substantially, and I think it really is that there's so many catchphrases that we use, whether it's force multiplier or exposure reduction, risk mitigation, but there is just that need for firefighters to gain more situational awareness. So UAS is a great tool to I just want to see what's on the other side of the ridge, or I just need to see what's down below me. And instead of utilizing our firefighters, who obviously have some very challenging work conditions anyways, to give them the ability to maybe a little bit quicker gather that SA or make those decisions that they need, the UAS has helped with those really simple situational awareness questions of, what's on the other side of the ridge or what's down below me. But then it's also helped, especially as we move into aerial ignitions, where in some situations we can utilize a UAS for aerial ignitions. Has been has been in really high demand over the past couple of years. Now it's definitely a supplement to what our manned assets are doing. We cannot do those large landscape burns, but in those areas where we just want to, square up a piece of line or get a little bit of fire established up on the ridge, instead of either using a helicopter or utilizing a hotshot crew to hike all the way up there or all the way down into a canyon, utilizing the UAS just to try and eliminate a little bit of that risk has been huge over the past couple of years. But so even if you don't have the ops map, then you can use, the aerial imagery, so you know where the fuel transitions are and that kind of stuff. And then you just, so this,
what we put down in here, we're not
so
seeing
20-foot spacing, I'm at 39, right? So it's that simple. And then once it's on there, arm the machine, and then start. From the UAS program as a whole, the Alaska Incident Management Team has been extremely open to utilizing UAS and allowing us to test and evaluate new technologies. They were the first team to order our aerial ignition, or allowed us to test the aerial ignition UAS. So they've always been a huge proponent of UAS, and so it's great to work with them. And then obviously the Klamath National Forest was the first national forest to ever order a UAS module. So again, we couldn't be doing this work without the support of the Klamath or the Alaska IMT. So just wanted to say thanks from the national office for kind of all the support from those two.
With all the work they're doing and the opportunity to test it here, it'll just lead to safer air operations when we're using that combination of UAS, helicopters, and fixed wing, all within that fire area. So this is a way to track those aircraft, make sure we have good separation, and continue that operation that's valuable with all of those platforms. So for the Alaska team, we were really excited to be part of this opportunity. The UAS program is something we started using back in 2017, and it's something that's been an outstanding tool for us. So anything we can do to be part of just continuing that operation, making it safer for our pilots and our firefighters, we were really glad to be part of this program and this opportunity.